Autism, what's there to know? With reference to a survey on disability, ageing and carers. aspect.org.au and the a4org.au website. In 2009, it was estimated that there was around 64,000 people with autism in Australia. Later in 2015, it was estimated there was 164,000 people. And of the 164,000 people, 83% were under 25 years of age. And that it was more prevalent in children who were aged 5 to 14 in 2009, or aged between 12 and 15. More recently, numbers have escalated again. Aspect.org.au, which is Australia's largest autism-specific service provider, have quoted that there are 675,000 people in Australia, which would equate to 1 in 38 people. From the National Autism Strategy, people with autism are around 7 times more likely to be unemployed than people with a disability, and they have a higher subsequent risk of homelessness. Australia has a disability strategy hub, and it is supposed to strategise outcomes across 7 different areas: employment and financial security, education and learning, inclusive homes and communities, health and well-being, safety, rights and justice, personal and community justice, and community attitudes. But as far as the numbers go, I'll take a more conservative outlook and say that maybe it's more like 1 in 40 Australians are on the autism spectrum. But in the US, they have been claiming higher rates, saying more like 1 in 33. Previous in Australia, it was considered to be 1 in 70. People with autism have different levels of autism. There are 3 different levels. The first is the least severe. People with level 1 autism may show inflexible behaviours. It can be difficult for them to cope with changing situations or contexts, such as new environments, and they may need help with organisation and planning. People with level 2 diagnosis have very inflexible behaviours that can interfere with daily functioning. They typically don't cope very well with change, which can cause them significant distress. Level 3 are highly inflexible and repetitive. They may react strongly to changes and become highly distressed in a situation that requires them to alter their focus or task. People with autism experience both social and behavioural issues. These might be things like initiating or maintaining a conversation, discussing their interests in great detail. They may have problems with facial expressions that don't match the context of the communication. They have difficulty understanding others' perspectives. Behaviourally, this can include stuff like repetitive behaviours, such as rocking from side to side, or saying the same thing, having obsessive interests in specific things, developing a high level of skill in a particular area, such as maths or art, being preoccupied with specific parts of an object, such as the wheels of a car. Or it can be problems like getting to sleep and sleeping. It's not completely clear why the numbers of autism are being detected in our community is increasing. But, and quoting from Reframing Autism, if we accept that each human is a unique individual, then we already accept the premise of neurodiversity. The neurodiversity paradigm values all neurodivergences as natural, worthy, and potentially beneficial manifestations of human diversity. Autistic individuals who identify more strongly with the neurodiversity construct think about their autism more positively as an identity, and are able to use that autistic identity to experience the kinds of self-esteem that protect against mental health conditions.